and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
If it feels like the world's gone a little crazy lately, you're not wrong. They say parents should have a voice. But what happens when no one's listening? Forget the noise, the narratives, and the nonsense. It's time to have real conversations, stand up, speak out, and shine a light on what's really happening inside our schools, our systems, and our government, and what it really means for your family. This is the Lindsay Beckham Show, where we believe in truth over talking points, facts over feelings, and the courage to say what others won't. Because when it comes to our kids, silence is not an option.
Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue. Only in America.
Welcome into the Lindsay Beckham Show. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope everybody's having a fabulous day so far. Beautiful day out there, although it is hot. It is June. It is June. Parental Rights Month. Title IX Month. No longer hijacked by the LGBTQ plus LMNOA whatever letter they have added this week or this year. I don't know. It seems like there's a new one daily. So I am so sorry, all you liberals crying out there, all you far leftist nut jobs who are weeping that June you can no longer claim. Makes me proud. Speaking of pride, it makes me proud that we have taken back the month of June. The summer months where the sunshine is out. Families are spending time together. Parental rights being celebrated. Women in sports being celebrated. Not the nonsense that's been celebrated over the last several years. You know, last year when June came around, after President Trump and his administration had reoccupied the White House and the top office of government in our great country, I was honored to be invited to the White House to celebrate Parental Rights Month. I even took a picture. I took a picture of myself outside of the White House back during the Biden administration. You're just looking through the gates. I don't know that I wanted to step foot in that White House with that administration after seeing a few of the videos that they released, especially that Christmas video of the men pretending to be women dancing up and down the hallways of our sacred, beautiful White House, or Easter, which they chose to recognize as Trans Visibility Day, having men, quite confused men, who somehow believe that they are women and have gotten themselves breast implants, walking across the White House lawn where under this administration, children are frolicking, hunting Easter eggs. Next year, I said I'm going to plan for next year to be there. We've gotten invited the last 2 years since Trump's been back in office to attend the children's Easter egg hunt. So I'm going to have to make sure that we are able to go next year should we be honored enough to be extended that invitation once again. But June has been taken back, and I could not be more proud of that. I talk a good bit, and I've said this often on the show, about the over 100-year-old Supreme Court case, Pierce versus the Society of Sisters. We reference that case a good bit during the month of June as we celebrate and honor parental rights, our God-given unalienable rights given to us by our Creator, not by government. But that Supreme Court case said that the child is not a mere creature of the state. Yet, it is the fundamental right of the parents to direct the upbringing of their children as they see fit. And so that is what we celebrate all year long, but especially during the month of June. Last week, I had a very brave, a very courageous, a very outspoken young woman from Wisconsin on the show, Ella Fry, who has spoken out in her community, in her school district, at her school board meetings, because she did not feel comfortable, she did not feel safe at school when being made to use the women's restroom with biological males. So she spoke out, she used her voice. Her family spoke to other families. They showed up in droves at the school board meeting to fight back, to take back the girls' bathroom for girls. She spoke out so much so that she was recognized on Fox News. An organization in Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty, heard about this young woman. They contacted her. They filed a lawsuit. And then even the White House noticed. The White House noticed and launched an investigation. The Department of Education launched an investigation into her school district for violating the Trump administration's executive order to keep boys out of girls' private spaces, their safe places. So even at 16 years old, even as young people, your voice matters. Title IX, the very existence of Title IX was meant to protect girls' sports, was meant to protect women. And so President Trump and the White House have decided that June, the month of June, will be a celebration of Title IX, of these courageous young women like Riley Gaines, who refused to affirm the nonsense, the lies, the mental illness that has been plaguing our country. They are so desperate, so incredibly desperate to be affirmed. They are so desperate to grasp our children, to corrupt their minds, to indoctrinate, infiltrate, and brainwash our young people. And so I am incredibly grateful for young women like Ella. I'm incredibly grateful for organizations like Moms for Liberty. I'm incredibly grateful for a White House, a Department of Education, a presidential administration who said, no more. No more of this. June is going to be celebrated, but instead we are going to celebrate parental rights. We are going to celebrate women. We are going to celebrate Title IX. And that's what we are going to be proud of here in this country. Rob Snyder has just released a new bourbon that he created. The name of the bottle is Tears of the Left. Now, I don't drink bourbon, but I'm tempted to order just to have the bottle. And I'm also thankful for celebrities like Rob Schneider, because it is few and far between where we find anyone anywhere close to Hollywood who will speak up and speak out and speak truth. Of course, that's what we do here at the Lindsay Beckham Show. We are in the business of protecting children, empowering parents, and standing for truth always. And I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. But I believe that speaking truth is more important than your pronouns. It's still just mind-boggling to me that we ever got to a place where we started asking people their pronouns. Y'all know what I say every day. There are 2 sexes, 0 genders, infinite personalities. I don't believe gender is an actual thing. It doesn't exist. And so June, we are going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate what we know to be true. We are going to celebrate Title IX. We are going to celebrate parental rights, and we are going to celebrate the tears of the left. And that sounds like a very exciting month-long celebration to me. So happy June. It is already time for our first break. Lots of things that I want to get to today. It is an election day in many places. I'm anxious to see what happens over in Los Angeles. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Spencer Pratt, his campaign, his election today. We're going to talk about Iowa, what's going on in Iowa. I'm going to tell you why I am upset with President Donald J. Trump. He lost a little of my respect last week, and I'm going to tell you why. But you got to stay tuned to find out. We're going to be right back here. 103.9 WIAB, The Lindsay Beckham Show. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
103.9 WYAB.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Hot weather requires us to run the AC nonstop. Pure Air Consultants can inspect your unit today to ensure your AC is operating at peak performance. Pure Air Consultants is your go-to Rheem partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time. Locally owned and operated, they have proudly served our community for over 22 years. Contact Pure Air Consultants today at mypureairconsultants.com. Rheem and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue.
Now is the time to turn over a new leaf and shower yourself with savings at Mazda of Jackson. Mazda of Jackson has rates as low as 0.9% on select models, or spring into savings with up to $3,000 in customer cash with approved credit. Get to Mazda of Jackson today, where certified pre-owned vehicles and hassle-free trade-in options are also available. Shop online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road.
Metal Builder Supply in Pearl provides quality commercial and residential metal roofing, pre-engineered steel buildings, mini storage facilities, pole barns, and steel components with old-time service and competitive prices. Through our commitment, experience, and expertise, Metal Builder Supply has established a business relationship with our customers that will last a lifetime. When you need metal roofing, reflective insulation, trim, or metal decking, contact Metal Builder Supply online at metalbuildersupplypearl.com.
Hi, this is Rita Jensen with Remax Connection. I've been selling real estate now for well over 30 years, and I typically use Chadwick Home Inspectors. And Chad has done many, many home inspections for me.
They are pretty much from roof to foundation. Most people are surprised at just how thorough these home inspections can be. Been working with Rita almost a decade now. Very rarely does she let a deal fall apart. She can usually find a way to negotiate where both parties are satisfied.
RitaJensen.net.
Want insider tips on foundation repair, maintenance, and how to protect your biggest investment? Todd Sandridge, owner of Superior Foundation Services, will be dropping in this month for quick interviews with your favorite local hosts. Whether you're dealing with cracks, settling, or just want peace of mind, this is a conversation you don't want to miss. Superior Foundation Services, helping you stay on solid ground. Find them online at superior.ms. That's superior.ms.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Hot weather requires us to run the AC nonstop. Pure Air Consultants can inspect your unit today to ensure your AC is operating at peak performance. Pure Air Consultants is your go-to Rheem partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time. Locally owned and operated, they have proudly served our community for over 22 years. Contact Pure Air Consultants today at mypureairconsultants.com. Rheem and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue.
Sun coming up over New York.
Welcome back into the Lindsay Beckham Show, live here in the WYAB studios, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Of course, you can always find us on your FM radio dial at 1039 and the audio version streaming worldwide at WYAB.com. You can call in to the show today, 601-879-0002, or text in to the Lindsay Beckham Show text line. That number is 601-879-4648. We would love to hear from you today. We'll let you know about few events that we have coming up. If you tuned in yesterday, you heard us talk with Jimmy Nichols. He is over the snake grabbing rodeo. Now, I'm not going to be out there grabbing any snakes, but it is a fun event. It is lasting all weekend, starting Thursday evening through Saturday night over at Lake Washington. That will be June 4th, 5th, and 6th at Roy's Store and Cabins. There will be a snake grabbing contest. Also, lots of different bands. I'm sure it is going to be a great time had by all. It is benefiting 2-year-old Salem Bennett, who was born with a disease affecting her limbs that has caused her to be a very sick little girl, have to have many surgeries still to come. And then a veteran, former Marine, Madison DeLoach, all proceeds raised will go to benefit those two and their families. Also, this Thursday evening, the Lincoln Reagan Trump Gala, that will be in Flowood at the Sheraton Refuge Hotel. There is a VIP reception starting at 6 p.m. Dinner is at 7. Tommy Tuberville will be the keynote speaker. Also, the Republican co-chair, Casey Crosby, will also be there. So if you would like more information about that or need to know how to get tickets, I'll be glad to help you with that. I just reach out. You can find me at Lindsay at WYAB.com. That's Lindsay with an E. Or you can reach me at any of my social media pages. Also, this Saturday evening, June the 6th, Americans for Prosperity, proud sponsor of the Lindsay Beckham Show, they will be having their 250th celebration of America. Also, they will be highlighting Mississippi's musical history. This will take place at Mississippi College. In fact, I just heard on the news this morning that the name has officially changed. Mississippi Christian. I'll have to look it up and see before I tell you guys wrong. But it's Nelson Hall, the Swore Auditorium. The doors open at 5. The event will last from 6 to 7:30. It is free, but you do have to register. So you can find out more information about that at AmericansForProsperity.org. They will have Senator Jeremy England there, Bo Adams, who is a singer-songwriter. So that will be a fun event, family-friendly event. Also, Grip and Grin is tomorrow, Bruce Bartley's event. He texted me yesterday and said that tomorrow, Willie Simmons and Daniel Sparks will be speaking. It starts at 11:30, lasts till about 1. That's at Mama Hamill's. So get over to Mama Hamill's, enjoy some good fried chicken country cooking, and hear from some of your elected officials. Get involved, get out to some of these events, talk to the people running for office, talk to some of these elected officials, let them know what you're concerned about, what you're seeing, what you want to see happen. We are a government for the people, by the people, and it is up to us to keep it that way. I also got a message from my sweet friend, Cordy. She lost her son, Parker, after he was given a synthetic LSD type of drug by an acquaintance. I wouldn't call that person a friend by any means. So she worked alongside former state House Representative Nick Bain, who's also running for state auditor, to pass Parker's Law, which would hold people accountable who sell or give people these types of drugs. Very similar to fentanyl. So she let me know that they are having a Walk for Lives event at Liberty Park. That's going to take place on July the 11th from 10 to 2. They are trying to get the message across about the dangers of fentanyl and all the new synthetic drugs out there that are killing our kids. Of course, Mayor Mary and the city of Madison are on board as well. They are going to be having live music speakers, free tickets for food vendors, wonderful giveaways from Shapley's, Walker's, gas cards, Amazon gift cards, free Narcan at the event. First responders will be there demonstrating how to use it. There'll be a jumpy house, opportunities to win fishing tours, spa packages. So they are doing everything that they can to get awareness out to the public about the dangers of these synthetic drugs and fentanyl. Again, that event, Walk for Lives, is going to be at Liberty Park in Madison, July 11th, 10 to 2. And of course, I will be reminding you of that closer to time. I think we will also have Cordy on to speak about this event and the work that she has been doing since losing her son Parker and how she got involved, even at the legislative level, to change things when she saw changes that needed to happen. Again, today is an election day in many places. California, for one. If you have not been following along with Spencer Pratt's campaign ads, you just don't know what you're missing. He has done a phenomenal job of promoting himself. I made a reel the other day advocating for Spencer Pratt to become mayor of Los Angeles, California was nowhere on my bingo card, that's for sure, but he has seen the problems. If you don't know who Spencer Pratt is, he's a former reality TV star. He starred in The Hills alongside Lauren Conrad, Kristen Cavallari. He lost his home in the Los Angeles wildfires. He has a real problem with the amount of drug addicts on the streets lining up in front of schools, children walking out of their schools to drug addicts passed out on the sidewalk. I don't think anybody thought he stood a chance, but he has come a very long way in a short period of time. I said in the reel that I made, I'm going to book my flight to Los Angeles so that I can vote for Spencer Pratt. I mean, I don't know how they could stop me. What are they going to do about it, ID me? They don't believe in all that in California, right? Maybe we should all just take a field trip over to Los Angeles this afternoon to cast our vote for Spencer Pratt for mayor. Now, I told you right before the break that I was upset with our president, Donald J. Trump. And I am. I'm upset with him about this. This is something, you'll know, I'll be the first to call him out when I think he does something stupid. And I think this was incredibly stupid, what he did last week. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds has done a fabulous job, an incredible job. Very conservative governor, has had tons of great conservative legislation passed. There are several, obviously, running for her seat as top official over in Iowa. Moms for Liberty actually hosted a town hall where all of the gubernatorial candidates were invited. Of course, only the Republicans showed up. Well, all except for one, that is. All except for one, Congressman Randy Fenestra. I guess he decided he had such a large margin and name recognition that he didn't need to show up. 4 other Republicans who were on the ballot today in the primary did show up. I have never seen a lesser known America First type candidate make this much ground up in a gubernatorial election like I have in this one. So while Randy Fenestra does have the name recognition and has been ahead in all of the polling thus far, my favorite candidate is a guy by the name of Zach Land. Now, Zach Land won my heart because he is 100% Maha. He believes in making America healthy again. He is very much run on those issues. Now, a few months ago, I think a lot thought that it was unheard of. That nobody knew who he was. There was no way he could make up that much ground. Well, I'll be danged. It's going to be quite a competitive primary over there in Iowa today. As the last polling shows, Zach Land receiving 24% of the vote and Fenestra trailing at 22%. There are a few others. Adam Steen, 15, Brad Sherman and Eddie Andrews, both at 8 and 4 respectively. Here's my problem with what Donald Trump did last week is that he endorsed Randy Fenestra, very much the establishment candidate in this race, the one who didn't think he should be out talking to the moms, didn't think he had to show up at a town hall held by an organization like Moms for Liberty. That was beneath him. And why Trump decided to jump into this race and endorse this candidate is beyond me. Of course, I pay close attention to what happens in Iowa because Iowa leads the way for the country. My good friend Jen Turner, I'm going to have her on the show closer to the next presidential election when they start the caucusing. Every eye is on the Iowa caucus leading up to a presidential election. It's an important state when it comes to politics, especially. So I'm very disappointed. I'm very puzzled why President Donald J. Trump would jump into this race and clearly endorse the candidate that seems to be most establishment-like. In my opinion, he would be the swamp we want to drain. Maybe Trump just got some bad information, but again, this falls on him when he puts his name backing a candidate. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Zach Land. I'm excited to see what happens in Iowa today. I'm excited to see what happens in Los Angeles. I think a lot of people underestimate the people of the United States. We're not stupid. And may the best candidates win. We got to take a break. Y'all stay with us. We're going to be right back here. Lots more to talk about here. 103.9 WYAB, The Lindsay Beckham Show. We will be right back.
America.
103.9 WYAB.
Americans for Prosperity is Mississippi's and the country's leading grassroots organization dedicated to promoting economic freedom and personal liberty. Americans for Prosperity advocates for limited government, free market policies, and empowering individuals. When given freedom and opportunity, Americans are capable of extraordinary things. If you are ready to make a difference in our community and want to get involved, then visit americansforprosperity.org. Be a part of positive change at americansforprosperity.org. Paid for by Americans for Prosperity.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Hot weather requires us to run the AC nonstop. Pure Air Consultants can inspect your unit today to ensure your AC is operating at peak performance. Pure Air Consultants is your go-to Rheem partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time. Locally owned and operated, they have proudly served our community for over 22 years. Contact Pure Air Consultants today at mypureairconsultants.com. Rheem and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Tensions on Capitol Hill with Secretary of State Marco Rubio getting grilled about the war with Iran, U.S. policies, and the Ebola outbreak. ABC's Jay O'Brien has more.
Democrats were hypercritical of the administration's strategy here. And at one point, there was this tense back and forth between Rubio and the Democratic Senator of New Jersey, Cory Booker, in which Booker talked about the costs of this war, both American lives, but also the economic cost of this. And Rubio said the war is over, to which Booker shot back, the war is not over.
President Trump insists messages are still being traded between the U.S. and Iran on a peace deal. It's primary day across 6 states, including key races that could determine the balance of Congress. California voters weighing in on the governor's race, and in Los Angeles, voters are casting ballots for mayor. President Trump has appointed Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bill Pulte to replace Tulsi Gabbard as the acting director of national intelligence. And on Wall Street, stocks are up this hour. This is ABC News.
El Potrillo, hear that call. Best Mexican food of all. Hot and fresh, that's what you get. Every plate you won't forget. El Potrillo, vámonos. Best Mexican food around, you know. El Potrillo, come on through. Hot, fresh, delicious for you. El Potrillo Mexican Restaurant.
El Potrillo Mexican Restaurant, located in Flowood and Brandon.
It's road trip season again. Is your vehicle ready? Take your vehicle to Green's Tire and Auto on Ridgewood Road in Ridgeland to get it in tip-top shape before you head out of town. Don't get stranded while you're away from home. Preventative maintenance is their specialty at Green's Tire and Auto. And if your check engine light is already on, then Green's Tire and Auto can tell what's wrong and get it fixed. Before you start your road trip, take your car to Green's Tire and Auto, Ridgewood Road in Ridgeland.
This is Jack Hoffman. For nearly 31 years, Tico's Steakhouse has been a staple of fine dining in Jackson, Mississippi. Dad has long since desired for me to come work alongside him. And now that I'm here, I would like to invite you to come experience our family tradition of our hospitality, sizzling steaks, and healthy poured beverages. Our dining rooms are open and we are taking reservations. Our private rooms are also available along with takeout. Call today or stop in and experience Tico's in the second generation.
Tico's Steakhouse, East County Line Road in Ridgeland, 601-956-1030.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Surf and Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
Antique Mall of the South has 14,000 square feet of pristine, clean floor space. Home to beautiful, timeless antique treasures. Antique Mall of the South is open Monday to Saturday, 10 to 5. Check them out online at antiquemallofthesouth.com or go to the Antique Mall of the South Facebook page. You can also read the dozens of 5-star reviews online. Come see for yourself at Antique Mall of the South in Ridgeland. Now open Monday to Saturday, 10 to 5. That's Antique Mall of the South, Highway 51 in Ridgeland.
From Mississippi, where faith, family, and freedom still matter. This is the Lindsay Beckham Show.
Welcome back into the Lindsay Beckham Show, live here in the WYAB studios. Again, we are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Would love to hear from you if you'd like to call into the show today, 601-879-0002. You can also text our text line, that's 601-879-4648. One thing I wanted to get to last week, and I still have not had time to get to, this hour goes by so quickly, especially when you're talking about issues that you're so passionate about and that you care so deeply about. Oh, and I also wanted to tell you guys real quick, I did get a text from Leslie Davis, who is the co-chair of the GOP here in the state of Mississippi, letting me know that the link to purchase tickets for the Lincoln Reagan Trump Gala dinner this coming Thursday night is on social media, and they have less than 50 seats left. You can also call the GOP Mississippi headquarters to purchase your tickets for the event. You don't want to miss it. Again, Tommy Tuberville will be there, as the keynote speaker. Should be a great event. Lots of fun. So if y'all are wanting to attend, you better get your tickets now because they are going fast. Again, actually less than 50 seats left for that event. Last week, several of the artists who were scheduled to perform at Donald Trump's 250th event backed out, one of those being Martina McBride, country music artist. I've always been a huge fan, although I'm quite disappointed that she has chosen to back out of this event. I feel like everyone should be able to come together and celebrate this great country, regardless of which side of the aisle you are on. But she released a statement that said this: I would like to talk to you and clear the air. I will not be performing at the Great American State Fair on June 25th. I was presented with an opportunity to perform at a nonpartisan event, but that turned out to be misleading. I asked lots of questions and was assured this was a nonpartisan event that was meant to celebrate all 50 states. In my mind, I thought this was a great way to celebrate the states and also bring people together in the way that only music can. I saw it as just a bigger version of so many state fairs I have performed at over the years, celebrating community and what makes each state special. Sounds fun, right? Wholesome even. Yesterday, things started changing, and what we were told is, in fact, not what is happening. I've spent my entire career singing songs about real people with real issues. I've been blessed with the opportunity to be a voice for those who have felt like they didn't have one. It greatly upsets me that any fan who has been moved by my music may now feel like I'm abandoning the meaning behind those songs. I assure you that is not the case. I appreciate every single fan who has reached out. I hope to get back to the DC area very soon. Now, she didn't mind singing at the White House for the Obama administration. I'm not quite sure what celebrating the 250th birthday or anniversary of America, how that makes anything partisan. Of course, she's not the only one who has backed out. Bret Michaels has also decided he will not be performing after confirming that he would be. And I just don't understand that. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me that you would back out of an event celebrating the entire country just because of a certain administration that's currently in office. Just because our president is Donald Trump right now, does that mean you can't celebrate the greatest country ever to exist, the United States of America? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, in my opinion. Especially when you've had no problem performing at the White House for events when there has been a Democrat administration in office. I'm not sure what was planned at this event that has these musical artists so upset. I would love to know why is that not being relayed to us if you want to clear the air. Read some of your text over in the live stream. Let's see here. Let me scroll back up. Wisconsin school districts are a joke. Well, some of them are being investigated right now, so I celebrate my straight white Christian pride every month. Amen. Kelsey Grammer is calling Karen Bass. I don't know how to say that word. I think that's trying to say backwards. Combining all those words together. No, not Americans for Prostitution. That would be Americans for Prosperity. SL Skunk, whatever your name is. Pratt is awesome. I agree. The Dems sure have some winners for the midterms. We'll see. We will see. Someone asked, is this a live stream or a restream? No, this is live. We are indeed live right now. Oh, someone in Bourbon Diplomacy already answered them. Yes, that is a program that is used to stream live. Ding Dong McGee says, ma'am, you are smoking freaking hot. Good Lord, that probably means you're a bit crazy, but possibly worth the crazy. Well, thank you. I guess. Not sure if I should say thank you to that or not. I don't know if that was a compliment or not, but thank you. We're going to go ahead and take our last break. When we get back, I want to talk about Senator Michael McClendon has announced what his legislative priorities will be coming up in this next legislative session. Now, he is a senator over in the DeSoto County area, and they have seen quite a bit of misconduct, sexual misconduct, in fact, over in their school districts. We're going to talk about what he plans to do about it. Y'all stay with us. We'll be right back here at WIAB 103.9, The Lindsay Beckham Show.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
Americans for Prosperity is Mississippi's and the country's leading grassroots organization dedicated to promoting economic freedom and personal liberty. Americans for Prosperity advocates for limited government, free market policies, and empowering individuals. When given freedom and opportunity, Americans are capable of extraordinary things. If you are ready to make a difference in our community and want to get involved, then visit americansforprosperity.org. Be a part of positive change at americansforprosperity.org. Paid for by Americans for Prosperity.
If you're a parent or grandparent, you should know that even though Mississippi is ranked as the unhealthiest state in the country, we have the highest vaccination rate for our children and grandchildren. Many of us blindly trust the medical establishment, and now it's time to question vaccine safety. Mississippi Parents for Vaccine Rights is a grassroots organization working to educate the public and lawmakers about this important topic. Be informed. Go to mpvr.org. Like us on Facebook to stay up to date on the latest information. That's Mississippi Parents for Vaccine Rights, mpvr.org.
Ken here with Rapid Oil Change, your fast service and fleet maintenance headquarters for over 40 years. With parts in stock to fit most makes and models, we can perform routine maintenance in a matter of minutes, keeping downtime to a minimum. With brands like Castrol, Mobil 1, Lucas, and Rain-X, it's easy to see why Rapid Oil Change has been the go-to for fast service with a smile for over 40 years. Don't forget our 24/7 touchless car wash. We accept most national and local fleets. We're Mississippi's leader for fast service with a smile. Visit one of our 6 locations today, oilchangems.com.
Hey, Central Mississippi, it's Big Pop inviting you to Mississippi's biggest and best gun show. Big Pop Gun Shows will be at the Clyde News Center, June 6th and 7th in Pearl, Mississippi. Saturday hours 9 to 5, Sunday hours 10 to 5. There'll be plenty of buying, selling, trading, gun appraisal. Guns, lots of guns, 250 tables of merchandise to see, the largest vendors around to see. Be sure to register for 2 $20 gift certificates to be given away every hour. Grab your $1 off coupon now, bigpopgunshows.com. Y'all come and let's have a great weekend at the Pearl Gun Show, June 6th and 7th.
Grill lovers already know about Grills of Mississippi, and so should you. Grills of Mississippi carries premium Weber grills, Yoder smokers, and outdoor kitchen accessories to take your backyard cooking to the next level. Whether you're a weekend griller or a serious pitmaster, Grills of Mississippi has the brands, the knowledge, and the service to help you do it right. Turn your backyard into the ultimate gathering spot. Visit grillsofms.com today. Grills of Mississippi, where great cooking starts.
The only thing hotter than Mississippi in the summer is a Mississippi summer when the power goes out. This summer, be ready. Call Cowden Electric. They can install a permanent standby generator that automatically kicks on the second the power fails and keeps your whole house running. Hey, you already got a portable generator? Call Cowden Electric and let them set it up so you can safely plug it into your breaker box and power just the essentials. Don't wait for the next outage. Call Cowden Electric today or visit CowdenElectric.com and stay powered up when the grid goes down. CowdenElectric.com.
Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue.
Welcome back into the last few minutes of the Lindsay Beckham Show. I did want to hit on this. There was a social media post released yesterday by State Senator Michael McClendon, Republican out of Hernando. He has announced his intent to introduce legislation in response to recent child sexual misconduct cases involving educators in the state of Mississippi. This is happening far too often. Now, just a few days ago, we saw a substitute teacher be arrested for and charged with possessing child porn. Of course, I've been following very closely the case out of Corinth, where the teacher was creating sexual videos using AI of his students, his middle school students, by the way. That educator just received 5 years, a 5-year sentence. I think he deserved much more than that. But Senator McClendon has said he plans to introduce the School Predator Accountability Act during our next legislative session. This is coming from WLBT. Senator McClendon said predators belong in prison, not in our classrooms. The School Predator Accountability Act closes loopholes, exposes bad actors, protects whistleblowers, empowers parents, and ensures those who target children face consequences that follow them for life. This legislative package will include the Educator Chemical Castration Eligibility Act, which would authorize courts to order chemical castration for offenders convicted of committing sexual crimes against minors while serving as educators. I think that sounds like a fabulous idea. He also wants to require school districts to notify parents of any child sex crime arrest involving employees within 3 hours. Amen to that as well. Parents are being kept out of the loop far too long when it comes to some of these sexual misconduct crimes and allegations. We need complete and total transparency within our schools. Again, this announcement comes just days after a substitute teacher in Hernando was arrested, charged with possessing child porn. And then 2 weeks ago, a former teacher from Corinth was sentenced to 5 years in prison for using artificial intelligence to create explicit videos of his students, his middle school students. And then, of course, in Senator McClendon's area over in DeSoto County, there is also a sitting member on the school board who has defended a child sexual predator that was a coach within their district. That's all the time that we have for today. I would like to talk about this much more in depth, and I'm sure that we will do that, but it won't be today. I'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Don't miss it. I will see you all then.